And even then, it's like your follow-up isn't really great. Like maybe you're hoping you can get a slow of some kind from NaKaNako, but it's not ideal. Whereas from Movistar KazaLoLLCShighlights, you've now got the Rel to follow up, you've got the Talia wall to try and crash this wave so they can look at reset themselves.
Any wards in bot River Dagger or bot Brush? I see none. There's the full engaged Nisqy. Will he die before? And Lyncas gets in, flash away immediately. First blood over to Super, but a quick on trade. Alvaro might give them a double in the setup as Kazi looks for it, but Elyoya coming to cover again. Onto Lyncas, he audacious charge in, but he's a level down over Lyncas, and there's just a re-engage, a flash immediately into mortal peril. The will shown, and Lyncas with a great. We're not watching, like, top is keeping neck and neck, and NaKaNako has a wave pushing in against him for now, so might only be down about 5. Quick enough with Jojo helping out now as well. You can see NaKaNako's moving into fog of war maybe to set up for a TP, but no, Dragon goes down in the end. Koi pick up first objective down bot.
Yeah, but Kazi ended up wasting a lot of time.
More wave in about 2 seconds, so really good point out, Dagda. Kazi's now in top lane as well. NaKaNako's going to get some attention. The only way this works is if Mirwin goes down, and he just popped his ulti for the wave. We didn't see it, but he's got nothing in the tank. Kazi gets the kill, and you know what?
Now when he resets to pick up that bot side wave as well and push it in, but Movistar KazaLoLLCShighlights, we've been members top side.
I mean, they're a bloody team, and they love to fight in the mud. Nisqy could be in trouble, but Lyncas helping out with his ulti again. But the ulti from Elyoya just killed his mid laner. I don't think Elyoya meant to do it, but he just botched the play. Alvaro
This kind of style, this is where Vitality can try and play through him. It just means that Lyncas has to be on point with using this advantage.
NaKaNako flashing away. He has Nimbus close, so he's got some movement speed from his flash, but now he's overheating. Alvaro knows a crash down. Good dodge away. NaKaNako with a fancy feet. Shattering strike. His dodges are insane, but NaKaNako, the snip, the sidestep. Oh. He doesn't get away. Mad respect to the top laner of Vitality. He almost got away with it.
Yeah, just couldn't quite. No ultimate goes down, which means that he's not able to find the last little bits of kills, but he tried his damnedest. Mirwin, though, gets the kill. Oh, well, gets the assist. Gonna get the plates. And Kazi
got him as well. Easy ulti in. Plates for the cost of a kill. Again, Kazi is just the one trade. It's a slim window.
Yeah, I mean, look, Vitality already know that they're kind of pushing control over the map state, so they're going to be happy. Vitality, and you know, Chaya can get caught, Lyncas can get caught, NaKaNako can get caught, but when you're playing in the back foot and trying to catch waves, it's a lot more difficult to be in position.
Flash engage though is beautiful. We pause because Jojo Pune has earned his own flash seismic shove. Brilliant. Nisqy might die in response, and with one shot he does. Jojo's still alive until a spear connects, but Lyncas is still in trouble. Alvaro gets a stun down, and I'm seeing no one nearby, so maybe trouble's the wrong word, as it was a focus on mid from Super. He left the kill there.
Yeah, the reason was Kazi ended up ulting onto him, using that killer instinct, so then Super burnt the barrier, had to stop with the curtain call as well. So nice play from Kazi to support what was turning into a bit of a disastrous side lanes.
And we've seen it as Equalizer comes out in the picture-in-picture. I mean, NaKaNako is doing well in the individual 1v1, and there's that Pantheon off, but Mirwin buying time again. The needle work is out. NaKaNako under turret has to dissuade it for now, but Lyncas gets some good damage, and finally attacking those side lanes. It works out then. It took a little bit, but Vitality maybe taking your advice a bit.
Hey, it manages to work, right? I didn't expect it to be able to work as effectively, but they managed to get Mirwin. It goes down. That's going to be a side lane terror. Looks like Movistar KazaLoLLCShighlights going to try and trade for Rift Herald, but a tier 2 and a lot of that gold going into the hands of NaKaNako and Lyncas is going to be nice.
We'll see if we can get that next wave pushed in for the side of NaKaNako as well. Lyncas is going to be slow to the plate. It's not a Hextech Rift for once in our lives here in the LEC as Nisqy gets to disengage away. Elyoya is up against the wall, but Alvaro is an easy target. He's ignited down on auto
as well. So overall, Vitality getting a lot of gold and also giving a lot of that gold to NaKaNako here.
Yeah, I mean, this Rumble is going to be in a pretty good position, slowly climbing up individually. NaKaNako might have to just stay and accept defeat, but he flashes away, also gets the turret. Localized gold, I believe. Lyncas now looking at a new target because Jojo might be caught out. There's no turret here. He wanted to push out the wave, but a little bit greedy here with no mana at all. I mean, yeah, TP, he's going to die in an instant. One more E. NaKaNako eventually going to hit, and he flame spitters into the bush. Jojo, big Victor win condition, and let's not forget Kazi as well. As I think in winter we're talking about him being one of the best team fighting AD carries. It's been up and down, I think, with Vitality's fall and Vitality's inconsistencies. Equalizer going to be put down. Mirwin's still going to find his turret, but yeah, Kazi's definitely someone who, if you get into a team fight,
the ones that should be taking plates, but it's, you know, we've lost the top lane. It was for Dragon, admittedly, but it was like, okay,
Also, they're probably looking for a turn here, but Vitality is a 3-man unit sitting in front for now. Nisqy popping up the ulti. Alvaro, ulti's in first, though. A great engage from Koi. They press the go button to equalizer. Lions the right side of the fight, but Mirwin, you see, starting to sit down until Lyncas just shows his face. The Pantheon so far ahead. I think he pressed Q twice and they have no interest in this whatsoever. Vitality just going to move to 3 Drakes nonchalantly, and there's no real response apart from hitting.
Amirin, you can see, is kind of leaning from this bot lane up into mid as they want to fish for something.
Wants to face check it again. Remember that Lyncas is going to be able to survive a long time. Damage is already great as Nisqy gets out of there after a shove. Seismic shove doesn't work on the other side, though. Poppy ult again. Nisqy has found a good target, and Mirwin just runs in for free food. Nako's on the side. Alvaro's just going to get ulti down. He won't escape that sin as Jojo now with nothing up and available. Kazi ulti's in under the turret, and even
they're on towards the Baron. And a Baron at this stage like this is going to be potentially game-breaking for Vitality. Really? Kind of tickle his health bar, so he's not exactly Mondo strong, but we'll have to see exactly what the plan is. As Movistar Koi.
Oh, it's a good equalizer. Look at that.
Great equalizer.
It's in as well. He did it yesterday, even in the loss, and Nako does it again. This top laner showing up with each and every day in the LEC as the rest of Vitality hitting the side pieces now. Mirwin has done a good job to survive, speaking of top laners, but in the end, Nisqy takes care of business, and Vitality will run that business all the way home.
That equalizer was huge from Nako. The rookie stepping up for Vitality once again, and now they're starting to push themselves forward for a Game 1 win.
I felt it yesterday on the Jack stack. I'm feeling it again on the Rumble. He's becoming more and more reliable. Vitality becoming more and more dangerous. And if they can play games like this, there's good things on the horizon as Koi didn't stand a chance, had no voice in this Game 1, and Vitality stinging like the bee they are to open up the series.
A phenomenal Game 1 from Vitality. I think for Vitality, you just need something that's a bit more beefy in the top lane. And he locks in the Silas counter immediately. Big. Okay, so this is like an old counter that you used to get.
Head-to-head as Lyncas is now mid. Jojo might have to burn a flash. It's a room prison. Chai burns his flash first, and Jojo's just dead. Well done. Great timing from Lyncas again.
Just seeing if they're going to be up and available and getting a timer on them, but Yoya should be back onto the map before you can kind of stick around as Lyncas. It's a nice trade here.
I mean, all lanes of Vitality. There's Absconder.
I think like this was what we saw a lot in EMEA Masters, was Nako kind of being this guy who would bring out all these cool, fancy counter picks, but actually be able to perform on them. And now at the LEC level, he's doing the same.
There's an engage coming through. Koi want to find something back, but the Dark and Daggers are so powerful. Alvaro has to flash away, but caught on the tippy tail by Nisqy. Already the feats of warfare down. Jojo has to flash away. Almost there he is, but you know, with the bottom of the pack leveling out a little bit with the Rogue win before, if Vitality able to win this series, they move up towards SK, they move up, you know, they'll be tied with Movistar Core as well, which is incredible. Corbin comes in, so he needs to come in the last moment. Engage, Jojo doesn't get a charm. Shaik is going to get a room prison up as well. He overloads him, sends him right to hell. Good quickness timing, and there you go. The Ari ulti comes out in response. Alvaro's now made the roam down as he looks for Chayak with no mana, and Jojo having an ulti up. All he needs is to chain the combo up against the wall. Nicely done. Timing really great from Alvaro as Nisqy just hoping to get out of there after all said and done, but Orb of Deception, Jojo flashing forward under turret, might be to his death now. The Hounds are set out. It's a pursuit of legends from Lyncas. A trade, but a beneficial one from MKOI.
MKOI will take it. Chayak not getting the flash away from Alvaro's engage. Then Nisqy end up going a bit too far, but Mirwin.
Okay, MKOI, it's going to be another fight against the wall first. Nako does it again! He makes it.
More of these grubs going across to Vitality.
But running into the Dark and Daggers, every time it hits a second, the dogs get unleashed and just pounce. Alvaro got poked out already. There's a smite and engage. Alvaro flushes in, but Chayak with good sidestep. Nisqy again playing through the coil of going up and down, all around.
Right.
Lyncas waiting to get out of the pit as the bullet time layers down. It's grubs taken. Kazi cleanses as there's a realm warp. They're going to fight again. Vitality are psychos. Impaled, but immobile. Lyncas press W and it's all okay. Alvaro runs out with Immortal Will or Unbreakable Will, but Lyncas knows how to break it. He flashes in, sends out the daggers, eviscerates again. Vitality getting poked down as Super. He's playing with fire, actually gets a kill as well. I feel like
invincibility to dodge the impale. Alvaro gets locked up, but the charm onto Rise, but now Jojo.
I mean, it's a stolen ulti from Nako. Jojo peeling under the turret. Nako's tanking up. He's got Rod of Ages, goes back in. Absconder, Nako flashes Chainless. This guy's out of his mind.
Movistar KazaLoLLCShighlights starting to move in. Jojo Pyun coming out of base. Alvaro?
Coming out in a big way as well, but Alvaro's going to be targeted in. The Hound's pursuit lands, and it's a reset time. Super going to be in trouble. He doesn't have the ulti available after the last fight, and KOI going to lose 2 in a blink of an eye. Jojo looks for that Orb of Deception right now. He needs it, but Lyncas out of range. Finding a pick here might help out because Shayak, even though under a turret and even though into a Mega Gnar, Lyncas jumping in. Miwin's just not that strong at this point in the game. Mega Gnar invulnerable. How annoying is the call of the pack? The call of Riot. Jojo, Orb of Deception absconded away from. Kazi's just zoning and slowing down. Oyoya just wants a target. Herald at 4k, the potential smite fight coming in. KOI in front as 4 as the Unbreakable Will going to be popped out, and a big Alistar rolls in, but not the one you expected. Impale sidestepped out, a re-engage the Unbreakable Will that's going to be a little bit worse than Scott of Duck. Hits the backline, Nuck run out of the ulti though, the bullet time. He's charmed, he might die. Jojo looking for the retake, but Lyncas gets an ulti reset. Miwin's come in with the Mega Gnar bar on the cringe of it. Nucko, he gets the Herald Eye, but it flushes away and Kazi just tries to survive. He wants to get out before giving away too much to KOI, but Jojo will find him. Oyoya on top as well. A couple of kills going down, and they got Herald, and it's on the Silas. So side lanes are a very real risk.
It's also especially when you can so easily shadow Nako with Shayak.
Yeah.
Like at any point, not going down too quickly though.
They spotted out now at the very least. Shayak is on zone control though. Miwin going into Mega Gnar, but against the wall, doesn't expect it. Before he goes Mega, he goes Bullet. Miwin's out though, but the re-engage is good. They found a pick on the Shayak, so the Rise is dead. Yes, Herald's there in top lane getting a charge, but a teleport.
We're there for Vitality. Looks like though, mid lane tower will fall, at least something for Vitality.
It is something, but you know, not getting the charge on top. It's like KOI just running down this river, holding control as Mega Gnar is now there, and Vitality know they have to get out. Lyncas thinking about how he does over the wall with his flashes. The engage is there. Nucko takes the Alistar ulti, and it's still held on to. A reset for Lyncas as well. An opportunity. Vitality might not get the dragon, but they're killing them all. Take them all down one by one. Vitality split. It's 4 members dead. And Baron over to Vitality, that bottom turret falling as well. If you thought they were falling off a little bit, think again.
Yeah. Movistar KOI, Nako deals the Alice from the top line, Lyncas gets access to the back line, and Lyncas, the invulnerability again, denies Oyoya. It was an Abscondo ducked impale that was going to happen, but Oyoya managing to get away. Top lane tower going to fall. Shayak pushing in mid. Realm Warp not quite up and available, but I still think
KOI are that kind of team as well. Nucko, he's playing it carefully. As you said, Vitality are not overstaying Alvaro. Looks for the space, doesn't find it. Charm on the left side of your screen, but Nucko is using the cannon to do some work while Miwin has found him, but again, he's got the Spirit Rush. 1 versus 2, I don't think Nucko cares. That guy's got 3.5 items.
Yep, but the cannons are doing the work. Alvaro goes in onto Nisqy, but it doesn't really mean anything. Lyncas is zoning out. Nako going forward.
I mean, Miwin might be in trouble. There is an Ariel there. Nucko is a bit of a tank. He's got 4,500 health. Dude. Emotes in their face because the cannon might just take down the inhibitor turret. Miwin capped again. Alvaro's here. What's he gonna do?
Watch as Nako runs away and the rest of Vitality run towards Atakan.
Yeah.
Vitality, they are playing this exceptionally. Nako, he's getting everyone at Movistar KOI up
He's
here.
got an Ariel. He'll take the Mega Blast Cone. He's out. And as you said, Atakan, flowers for Vitality. Sniff that.
I mean, applauses as well. Like, this has been incredible. Thank you. That's it. But like Vitality, this has been clean. It has been
like, yo, SK today showing up. Sorry, not SK, but Rogue showing up in a big way as Chains Corruption was sent out. Nucko again. He draws the whole team, by the way. Oh dear. Alvaro might just be caught out here, Dagda, as I'm looking down bot. Where is Miwin? Miwin's not involved at all while his team is just dying. Alvaro going to be first up. Realm Warp in. Nucko joins the show. Double knockup from Nisqy. Vitality want to end it right here, right now. Mega, he's run out. He's a small, squishy little dinosaur.
Wait a second.
Vitality are putting them to extinction. Nucko under turret again. He's a tank. He cares not. He takes a couple of shots, but he's at half HP. He's got a Mega Gnar. He'll use it better. And this is Nucko's world. We are just living in it.
It's Vitality's topside popping off. Lyncas, Shayak, and Nako taking down Movistar KOI. What a sick performance from the newest players to the Vitality lineup.
Analysts in shambles, co-streamers questioning. All in all, LC at the end of week 4. The LEC is delivering exceptional results. Welcome your new Vitality. If we see more of this team like that, I'm just going to call
This is standing on the shoulders of Chayek, and Nak was standing on the shoulders of Lyncas, who then kind of, Chayek needed that. Like, it all feels like this was just such a incredible topside performance from Vitality that really netted everything for them. And I think that's so cool to see, because Lyncas consistently punishing Elyoya every time they showed up in the mid lane in game number 2, when he showed up bot lane in game number 1, like, and then also Nisqy just being able to there support a ton of those plays. It was great reads from Vitality that netted them this win.
I mean, again, the early game, as you said, it wasn't, you know, it was always kind of consistent to a degree, but it was the mid-game transition, which we saw none of that today. So obviously there's some hard work going on behind the scenes to make this kind of Vitality. I always have the same question. I always want not to bring us down from this high, but it's like, to hold that consistency, few and far between teams have done it in the LEC. Even KOI, right? We're like, KOI could be that good, but here today, he's struggling a little bit. But those questions aside, it doesn't matter, because Nisqy's going to tell us how damn good his top laner is in this upcoming interview with Ginny.
Not sure if it's going to be about the top laner, but welcome everyone. Ginny here standing by with Nisqy in the Marriott Bonvoy post-game check-in. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Clean 2-0. It looks like the therapy session you had earlier today worked.
Yeah, I guess it worked on my AD. He played pretty good today, yeah.
How did it make you feel? Because nobody asked you about it. You were just sitting there listening to him complain.
It's fine.
Yeah,
it's
you take
fine.
it on the chin. All right, let's talk about this series then, because ahead of the series, you actually did put out a tweet. I think we should be able to pull it up as well. It is in French, but the rough translation being that there were different ideas that you had that you're bringing into the team this time around, that there is a lot of hope. Could you maybe give us a bit more insight when it comes to these ideas, what they were?
I mean, yeah, I think we're doing really well in scrims, but I feel like on stage it doesn't go as well. And I think we are, I would say, we're not that scared, but like we're not really necessarily on like the same page on how to play the fights. So, I mean, today I kind of suggested, and coaching staff also yesterday suggested that like I can call out more on like how I want to play the fights, what can enemies do and stuff, because right now we kind of think just about us and not necessarily like what can they do. And I feel like today it was way more, it was just better in general. I feel like we knew what they could do, and I feel like in the past we didn't really think of that much. Also, I think Lyncas, he does short call a lot. And I feel like as a jungler, if you speak and you think about everyone, then you kind of play worse in general. And I feel like I wanted to get some of his like burden, I guess, off his shoulders. So I tried it today. And I mean, I don't know, today everyone was just way better anyways, like mechanically and just individually. So I don't think that change we made today made a difference that much. But I think we're on the right path for sure, yeah.
You said something as well in the tweet where you're like, I want to bring more of my experience into the team. So when you're talking about you being able to shot call more and being able to think more and take the burden off of the jungler, does that lean more into the experience that you used to have on other teams when you were on mid?
Yeah, I think for sure. I mean, right now I don't say that much because I'm kind of, I mean, I'm autofilled for now. But I feel like once I got settled on the support role, then I would speak way more as well, right? I feel like right now it's mostly Lyncas like leading the game. But today I did give some like ideas left and right. But yeah, I feel like yesterday I realized after game 1 that like actually the roster is pretty young. Like I'm probably like the oldest. I think I'm the oldest player in the LEC actually. But yeah, like we have 3 rookies and then me and Karzi, right? And I think it's important to like support them even after a bad game and whatnot, to like make the mood good and whatnot. Because yesterday after game 1, we were all very like depressed, and then game 2 was even worse. So yeah, I think just good mood and just trust the process, yeah.
Process is processing. It looks like it's working out for you guys. And when it comes to playoffs, when it comes to getting into that top 6 slot, what are your expectations right now after the game that you've just had, or the series?
I mean, I think right now is just very important that next week when we go into scrims, we play the same. I think what we showed today is that we can actually play a good league when we actually try really hard, you know. And I just think we just need to be more consistent, because against top teams like KC, G2, Fnatic, like you have to be at your top level. I think if we play like we did today, we have a high chance of potentially beating them. But if we play like we did against the other teams, then we'll just get smashed. So I think just looking forward and yeah.
That's really funny because this is the LEC, so it also depends which version of those teams are going to be showing up. Anything can literally happen. But as from us, that's it from us here at the arena. We're going to be sending it over to our pro player psychiatrist, Lore. That is she ready to talk in PGL with Lyncas about his feelings after this incredibly carry-on performance.
Thank you so much, Ginny. Welcome back to LEC Therapy here in PGL. I have my assistant Odo and my new patient Lyncas. Lyncas, how do you feel after this game?
Wonderful.
Wonderful.
Relieved.
Yeah.
Relieved is the word.
I can imagine, like, it's night and day compared to what we've seen yesterday from you guys. So what happened? What did they feed you with?
I mean, I don't know. I mean, you can't really make much changes, I think, in one day. So we just talked about the most important stuff, like what we need to slightly, change.
Yeah.
I think yesterday was just a bad day. So
Happens.
just had some conversations and moved on,
Was it mostly a mentality shift? Because I feel like yesterday you guys were in dominant positions for 2 games in a row and then you guys threw. And I feel like Game 1 today, you guys were really, really clean. Game 2, you started throwing a little bit, kind of like yesterday. So were a little bit of flashbacks, or how did you feel about that?
I mean, I didn't have flashbacks. I feel like, one fight was, I guess, close, which,
That was a
we
clean
had
fight.
we had some like random deaths, maybe a little bit. I mean, I don't know. I think we just like encouraged each other, and I think we're good players, so we shouldn't be in this position, and we just bounced back, and I hope it continues now.
Do you have one player specifically who stays like calm and collected in moments like this, or it's just like a collective thing for you guys?
I wouldn't say. Naknako is like the calmest, I guess, but he's just a quiet person.
Yeah.
I think